video I wanted to make a few apologies for all those videos where you find me scratching a lot. I'm kind of allergic to woolen things. Like when I put things on that are really woolly, they make me very, very itchy. So I try not to, but I'm trying to keep warm because it's winter here and it's quite cold. The other one is when I have the lipstick on my teeth. I tend to put moisturizer on first so that they don't dry up so much, and then it tends to bleed a lot more onto my teeth. I always look before I start a video, but somehow it starts to bleed in the middle of the video, and then I'm stuck with this pink on my teeth. It looks really silly. All right, what else? Today I wanted to give thanks for all the music that Kevin McLeod makes. I haven't really made a video for that yet. I love his music. So I've actually bought the pieces that I do put in the background, and it does have the little dedication in the description. So I would, if you like the music in the background, if you want some really peaceful, beautiful music to listen to when you're going through your thoughts, when I ask you to really sit and think about something, just look him up. Go down into the description and find his name and just YouTube some of his music, because it's just really, really beautiful music. I find it very relaxing and very soothing, and just something nice to have in the background, for yourself when you're having your moments to yourself, that you're trying to reflect on your life, on your beliefs, on your decisions, all these things. It's nice to have something in the background to help along, So Kevin McLeod, I love your music, I really do. So thank you so much for everything that you contribute to YouTube. So there it is. I finally said thanks to Kevin McLeod. I keep forgetting every time I put the videos together. I think I have to say thank you to Kevin McLeod because I love his music. Another big thank you that I wanted to make in this video that I think was the starting point of my book. It was the starting point to these videos. And it's a man called Dr. Rubino. And I stumbled on his courses online, on the internet. So in the description below for this video, I'll put a link to his courses. They're courses on self-esteem. And it actually started with the self-esteem course for children. And there was a self-esteem course for adults. And funny enough, when I started, I thought, I'll do the children's one because that will give me, a better idea of what I can do better with my daughter that was only tiny at the time. I think she was only 2. So I thought, well, as she's growing up, this will give me good ideas on how to build her confidence and make sure that she's got strong self-esteem going into the world, Because I feel like I had that as a child. My mum gave me that as a child, She was always pushing me to be me, always pushing me to be different. Both of my parents, actually, they didn't want me to be the same as anyone else. They always saying to me, no, don't do that. Don't copy what that person is doing. You do it your way. You do you. They're always telling me to be different. So I had that quite strong as a child, the two of them pushing me always to be individual, to be myself, and that was a good thing. I was always taught that was a good thing at home. So I thought with this self-esteem course for children, I could get ideas of what I can do even better for her, that would give her this confidence in life, to have a good, meaningful, life. And the funny thing was I started doing this course, a self-esteem course for children by Dr. Rubino, and he's another man I have to give so much thanks to. I love you, because so much changed with his courses, so much shifted, because I took on the course for children thinking that I was going to help my daughter, and all the while I didn't realize until I was almost at the end of it that it was my child that I was helping. All those areas of my life where I had created all these beliefs about myself, about who I was. And then, I started to look at it in a different way of, wow, that couldn't have been true. It was the first time in my life, that I'd started to question my beliefs of what I thought of myself throughout my whole life. The first time through his courses. And then I started to do the adults course. And of course there it's more in depth of you as an adult. but still always takes you back to that childhood and the beliefs that we create in that childhood. So it was actually once I finished the adults course for self-esteem by Dr. Joe Rubino that I started writing this book. And it wasn't intentionally writing the book. That's the funny thing about it. I grabbed a notepad one day. Then I just thought to myself, I have to find the answers. I can't keep living like this, I can't keep living. To that point, I always felt angry and I didn't know why. And so I started writing this notebook and I thought, okay, I'm going to start from day dot, from the very, very first day that I can remember something, any memory. I'm going to start from there. I'm going to start writing down that memory. Because he teaches you that. He teaches you to look at what happened, the fact of what happened, not what we created in our mind, but what actually happened. And then he teaches you to look at the interpretations that you've created from that event. So all these videos is everything that I've learned from his course. Because I wanted to share that. I just think it's so important that more people need to know about it. More people need to know how to do it. Because there aren't enough people out there teaching us how to. How to work on what really matters. Rather than keep striving for the stuff that doesn't. So I am so, so grateful to this man for everything he's contributed, to helping people move forward with their lives. Because up until that point, I felt stuck. And it was in grabbing that huge A4 notepad that I had with, probably 200 pages in it. And I just scribbled. I started his process. And I thought, I'm going to start from the very beginning, from the very first memory that I can think of, and I'm going to work through everything, every interaction I've had, everything. And then I gave away 3 copies one Christmas because I thought, what a wonderful gift to receive from someone, to know everything they've been through, to know every thought they've ever had and how that thought was created. It was like giving them me. So I gave one to my husband, I gave one to my cousin, and I gave one to my mother-in-law. And it was like I was giving them me. That they would know everything I've been through, every thought I've ever had, my essence. They would know exactly who I was. To me, that was the greatest gift I've ever given anybody. And then it was after that, I saw changes in certain discussions and that we were having, and I realized that it couldn't just be for 3 people. And originally, of course, I wrote the whole book for my daughter as well, because I thought, well, it was for me because it cleansed me. I felt like so much had been taken, this huge load had been taken off my shoulders at the end of it. But I also thought I didn't want to leave and my daughter not to know who I was. If I was to leave now, she wouldn't know who I was. She'd know from other people, what my husband thought I was, or what my mother-in-law thought I was, or people that knew me. But she wouldn't know who I was, what I thought was important, what my beliefs were, what I've learnt in this life. I wouldn't be able to leave that with her until I created this book. That's when the urgency came to publish it, because I thought it will guide her throughout her whole life to follow what is important, what really matters, and not get distracted with all the stuff that doesn't. But I thought it may help people heal, following my process, what I've learned. It may help them heal and not feel stuck anymore like I was. I felt stuck, and it's really frustrating when you're stuck but you don't know how to get unstuck, So, yeah, I'm so thrilled that the book is out now, and that these videos are out, because it's one thing to read a book and it's another thing to get the essence of the actual person telling you their story. So, yeah, anyway, so there it is. Hopefully, if you do follow the courses that, Dr. Joe Rubino has put together, they'll have the same wonderful effect on your life, that your life can take off in a new direction. direction, that has meaning. You know? I love you guys. All right. Remember to click like and subscribe below so you don't miss any of the messages, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.